Hey guys, good Monday morning. It is a new day and time for another episode of Mindset Monday here in the Creative Vibe Studios. My name is Bridget Rooks and I am your host. And I'm also the CEO of Creative Vibes, a small digital design agency helping aspiring entrepreneurs just like you who are looking to learn more about how to market and brand and just develop their business. It's really hard, guys. Sometimes being an entrepreneur, you're like, what was I thinking? But I want you to know you're on the right track. And today we're going to talk about the mindset that it takes in order to create content and feel confident about it. And there's just two things that you need to do for sure is have a strategy and be consistent. So we're going to talk about that today. Writing content for your business should be fun. And you may think, oh God, here she goes. We don't want to do social media. I don't have time for it. It's just me. I can't pay somebody to do it. I'm lost. But what I want you to know is you are in search of the ideal client. So, what you need to do when you're thinking about social media is just talk to them. You should be having conversations with your ideal client each and every time you post. So, this is a session about getting the mindset that it takes in order to create that content that will speak to your ideal client. Because at the end of the day, the goal is for us to gain new leads, new connections, new partnerships, and open doors for our business. Your content will make a difference. You just need a plan. So, the first thing we want to talk about is defining your content strategy. So, as you know, it's a Mindset Monday. So, we got to get our mindset prepared around what does this mean, right? So, you're creating a content strategy. Your old thought process might be I'm just posting just to post because they say I'm supposed to post, right? Like, listen, everyone's like, you got to be on social media. So you just start posting and it's random and there's no cohesive strategy and you are just posting. You also think, no one's going to read this. So why should I even waste my time? Your other mindset might be, I don't know what to post, so my voice is unclear and people don't understand. And it could be because maybe you don't feel like a confident writer, you don't like to take photos of yourself, you don't want to be on camera. Like all of these limiting beliefs could be stopping you from getting in there and taking action and creating your content. But you also need to switch that to a new mindset so that you can know that if you take your time and plan it out and create a content strategy, you'll number one, feel confident, you'll have a clear brand message, and you'll be able to reach the people that you want to reach and not waste your time just putting random posts out there and hoping and wishing that someone will pick it up and contact you. Because if you have a schedule, you start to become the expert in your field and you're speaking to your ideal client, the commitment to your content will start to show, and people will see that every time you post. The second thing we need to do is come up with your brand focus topics. So you're the expert. You know what people are struggling with. You know their top five pain points that are keeping them from losing their mind and they need help. So when you know these pain points, you have to become the solution to the pain. So whenever you're writing, talk about how bad it is without you. Like what it is that's happening currently that your reader, an ideal client, is currently dealing with. Because you're the expert, you can talk to them about, I know that this is happening and it really is hard to deal with. But XYZ. Here's how I can help you. So, being able to speak to the pain point using your social media content as a driver so that they're like, oh my God, yes, all these things check the box. I'm having this problem, this problem, this problem. And then you go into how you can help them. And of course, you don't want to give away the whole bag. You want them to click a link to contact you or to book a call or a consultation, or for you guys to just have some engaging conversation on your socials. And you can then contact them directly if possible. So keep in mind that as you're putting your five topics together, you want to be able to rotate these topics from every time you post. So if you pick five different areas that you know your clients are dealing with that is a problem, you'll be able to speak to those pain points, and then as you're writing your content, it will become clear how you can help them. So having an action plan too. So you figured out your topics, you know the pain points. What platform are you going to use, right? So if you're just starting out, you people are going to say you need to be everywhere. You do. So create those accounts. Make sure that they're consistent, like the link to and the at sign, and make sure it's easily rememberable. So you don't want to go crazy on social media, especially if you're brand new. So, what I suggest is finding a platform that makes you happy. Where are your people, right? So, you need to know where your ideal client lives so you can post content for them, right? So, you don't want to be posting somewhere and talking to people who are not your ideal client. You want to find out what platform they are on and speak to them there, right? You want to meet them where they are so that you can help them. So if we think about this, Facebook, Facebook is really a connection for family, friends, and colleagues for the most part. Now, you may have been in business for a while and you've developed your platform, so you've got a lot of potential clients following you now. That's great. So, the aspiring entrepreneurs, I want you guys to listen to this. If your friends and family and past coworkers and other colleagues are not your ideal client, don't spend time on Facebook talking to the wrong audience. Let people know, your friends and family, know what you do because they're going to give referrals. They're going to love you no matter what, and they're going to help promote you, but they're not going to be the top ideal client. So keep that in mind when you're sharing content on Facebook. Instagram allows you to make new connections because you have the potential to use a larger audience with hashtags. People search hashtags on Instagram to find how to do stuff, what's going on in certain towns, looking for different types of people who do different things. And if you search a hashtag on Instagram, everything that's been posted will kind of come up there, and they could click on your post that has that specific hashtag and learn more about you and connect with you, right? Also, Instagram uses video reels, which Facebook does too, but I feel like Instagram does it a little bit better. And this is just my opinion. This is not the end all be all. So get in your lane and figure out what makes you more comfortable and work on that platform. But Instagram really gives more visibility to their audience because it's a lot of people are on Instagram really watching videos. Where Facebook, you may find a lot of happy birthdays, happy anniversaries, and all of the family. Like, look what we did this weekend. Here's what I ate yesterday. All of that good stuff. People on Facebook may not be watching reels as much. Now, don't get me wrong. You can put your reels on Instagram and Facebook and get the views. But if you start paying attention, the views and the visibility can vary from a platform to platform. So just keep that in mind. And if you're using hashtags, which they still work, it's just oversaturated. So don't bank on one or the other. But Instagram is a good platform for connecting with like-minded people to go and reach and follow other people so you can share content with them and reach your ideal client. So keep that in mind. Twitter, I'm not a big Twitterer. I don't tweet all the time, but it is a great platform for getting in a conversation, for joining in movements and really using their hashtag and what's going viral and getting in a conversation because you can really start to get in touch with people who are doing things in your field and share your expertise there. So Twitter is a different kind of platform, but of course you can share everything there as well. So just know that it's a platform that you can use, but you do have to be dedicated to that platform in order to stay in the know, to stay in the conversation, because there's a lot of conversation happening on Twitter. LinkedIn is for professionals, and this is a great place if you are the CEO to share your expertise. Now, you may or may not get as many leads depending on if your ideal client lives on lives on LinkedIn. If your ideal client is a professional who needs leadership training and help with being the best that they can be and all of these good things, then yes, LinkedIn might be your top priority platform. But if you are selling cakes and cookies and all of these things that your professionals may not, and it's not geared toward them, let's just say that, because you may have the best cakes and you may cater. So they might be your ideal client. But just for the purpose of this training, if your ideal client is not a professional on LinkedIn, that is not going to be the content that you're going to write there. You could talk more about the business aspect of what you're doing versus the selling aspect, because then people could reach out to you and say, hey, this is really great work you're doing. And then if they need your services or they want to have you make a cake for them, they might do that from that point of view. So just keep in mind that these different platforms that are out here for social media for small businesses to take advantage of, just find your niche and find your platform that has your ideal client as an audience. And last but not least, TikTok. TikTok is amazing and it is great for businesses. It's great for entrepreneurs. It's great, great, great. Now, keep in mind, you do have to be a little bit tech savvy to create the TikToks, to do all the videos, to upload the text and learn how to do all of that. It's so much fun, but it can be time consuming if you are not tech savvy. So just know if you have younger people in your house and they are, the experts at TikTok, ask them to help you. They know how to make all the things do the things. So get some help if you want to be on TikTok and don't know how, or go to YouTube. YouTube has tons of people on there teaching you how to use TikTok, and you can learn how to do it for yourself. So just know that on TikTok, you can make a lot of new connections by being the expert in teaching and sharing your knowledge on that platform. Now, how do you do that? Through photos, graphics, videos, audio, and a combination of those four parts. So just know that when you're creating your content, and when I say content, I'm talking about the writing part of it, then you can incorporate that with a photo, with graphics, with video, and with audio, which oftentimes is what's going to make these platforms work best for what you're trying to do and get out there for your clients. Number four, focus on your topics and make it creative. So, how do we do this? So, you got your topics that you want to rotate. You got your 5 pain points. I'm the expert at leadership, getting promoted, resume writing, like all of these things that are in your niche. Whatever that is that you are knowing that you can help your clients with, how do you create and write content that is different and new every single time, right? You don't want to just keep writing the same thing and you're going to get bored. But if you use these prompts when you're writing to give a new perspective to your topics, this will help. So think about the myths in your industry. Think about the limiting beliefs that your ideal client has about your business and your service. And that will give you a twist when you're writing content so that you can say, I know you feel X, Y, and Z. You've probably done X, Y, and Z, and I can help you ABC, right? So think about that when you're writing your content and using these prompts. Tell your own personal stories and your mistakes that you've made, and then provide the social proof. You've got clients that you've helped through the process. They've overcome the current struggles that your ideal client that's out there might be having, and share their story and allow their story to be the proof that will help them contact you and book a consultation or buy from you. And then also just be inspiring. Help people know that they can get over whatever it is that they're struggling with, that you're the expert at, to help them get to the next level. Now, content creating mindset that you must have. This is the big takeaway that I want you to have from today's training. So, your old mindset, I don't know what to do. I don't have time for this. It's way too much work and no one will read it. Your new mindset is I have a plan. Putting together your content creating plan is key. And then putting the time for creating and writing and designing on your calendar will save you hours of frustration, because then you're going to have it on your calendar, and every week or every month, however you decide to schedule that out, you'll have time to sit down and get it done, and then it's off your plate. Writing content will help others learn from you as an expert. And also, it gives you the opportunity to start building a library for your own personal business that you can repurpose, right? When you get in a good habit of creating this content, and as you start to get new leads and get new clients and start to build your business, you may be in position to hire someone to do your social media. And guess what? They'll have tons of content to look and pull from to create content without you having to be a part of that or for them to not understand what it is that you do. So, if you take this best practice and have this mindset, you can slowly start creating a library of content that will help you build and build and build your business. So, I hope that this has been helpful and that you will take some time to create a strategy for writing content so that you can become out there in the world and help others and let them know who you are. And for the most part, you're just going to be go and be great, because time is of the essence, and the more time you spend getting things organized and planning it out, the less frustrated you'll be about social media. So, take away all the goodness from this week's episode, and please comment below if you have a question. Let me know how I can help you, because social media, we're all on different levels of our understanding and our comfort zone for being out there and putting information out there. And if you need help, I'm happy to help you. Talk to you soon.